Can you imagine a land like this existing? Hearing such a title, can you imagine a place like this truly existing? You might wonder what people and living creatures there drink instead of water, and the video below will gradually answer your curiosity. When South America is mentioned, people often think of the cultural uniqueness of Brazil, Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay. However, there is another mysterious country, Peru. This is the homeland of the breathtaking Machu Picchu, and a country with a capital city that has not seen a drop of rain for 600 years. Is this really true? And if there's no rain, how would romantic movie scenes with lovers parting in the rain even work? Welcome to Peru. Officially known as the Republic of Peru, this South American nation spans 1.3 million square kilometers and has a population of approximately 34 million people, a vast land with a relatively sparse population. Peru's land has witnessed the rise of many civilizations, from the Norte Chico civilization, one of the oldest on Earth, to the Inca Empire, the largest empire in pre-Columbian South America. Later, Peru was conquered by the Spanish, who crossed the ocean to claim new lands. After gaining independence, the country experienced different historical phases, from instability to prosperity, and is now on a path of development. Peru is home to various ethnic groups, with the mestizo, mixed European and indigenous descent, making up nearly 60% of the population. Following them are the Quechua people, about 28%, considered the main indigenous group. Other communities include Amazonian indigenous tribes, mulatto, mixed African and European descent, and others. Despite this ethnic diversity, Peruvians live harmoniously, without racial discrimination. Isn't that an amazing place? Due to its vast territory and diverse population, Peru's culture is incredibly rich and vibrant. However, it is often said that indigenous culture remains the core foundation, blending with Spanish influences to create a one-of-a-kind cultural identity. Even today, indigenous influences are evident in pottery, textiles, jewelry, and sculptures from pre-Inca civilizations. The Inca were famous as some of the world's most skilled artisans and brilliant architects, building structures that have stood the test of time. One of Peru's most remarkable cultural aspects is its cuisine, a fusion of indigenous and European flavors, most notably Spanish. Over time, Middle Eastern, Chinese, Asian, and even African influences have also shaped Peruvian cuisine. If Cambodia and Myanmar in Southeast Asia are known for spiritual charms and amulets, then Peru holds a similar reputation in South America. Visitors will hear stories of mystical charms and spiritual rituals, although modern society has largely moved away from these beliefs. However, mountain communities still strongly believe in spiritual practices and use charms in daily life. So if you visit, you might cast a love spell on someone you like, or curse your boss with diarrhea from Monday to Sunday. Sounds like a dream destination, right? Peru's capital, Lima, is nicknamed the City Without Rain. It is one of the largest cities in South America, home to about 8 million people. But what makes Lima truly fascinating is that it ranks among the world's driest cities, receiving only 10 to 15 millimeters of rainfall per year, even less than the Sahara Desert. This means no thunderstorms, no snow, and no violent storms. Because it never rains, Lima has no street drainage systems, and houses don't even need roofs. They simply have no purpose. Umbrellas and raincoats? Almost non-existent, and some locals have never seen a raincoat in their entire lives. This phenomenon is due to Lima's geographical location, as the Andes Mountains block most of the rain from the west. Instead of rain, thick fog settles on the land, keeping it moist without actual precipitation. And no, people in Lima haven't evolved to absorb water through their skin like plants. I was just kidding. One of Peru's greatest legacies is the Inca Empire and the ancient city of Machu Picchu. The Inca Empire was the largest empire in pre-Columbian America, governing a vast region that included Peru, Ecuador, parts of Colombia, Bolivia, Argentina, and Chile. Its administrative, cultural, and religious center was Cusco, where the Quechua language remains widely spoken today. Back in their golden era, the Inca were immensely powerful and wealthy, a civilization that once ruled an entire continent. The Inca Empire built a vast transportation network spanning 22,500 kilometers connecting all regions of their empire. They developed a strong economy with a sophisticated irrigation system, turning barren lands into fertile fields for growing potatoes and maize. The Inca also excelled in art, science, and engineering, producing exquisite ceramics, metalwork, and textiles. Their unique construction techniques allowed them to fit massive stone blocks together without any mortar, yet their structures could withstand earthquakes. Machu Picchu, the pride of Peru. The ancient city of Machu Picchu is one of Peru's most famous landmarks. Built in the 15th century, it is located on a remote plateau deep in the Amazon jungle, surrounded on three sides by rivers, making access nearly impossible. Within the city, there are hundreds of perfectly carved stone pillars, temples dedicated to the sun god, altars, royal palaces, marketplaces, artisan workshops, and an impressive system of cascading fountains linked by water channels carved into stone. The ingenious water systems of the Inca. One of the greatest marvels of Inca engineering was their water management systems. A notable example is the Kanat irrigation system, which was built in the desert by ancient civilizations predating the Inca by around 1,500 years. Of the 46 underground aqueducts discovered, 32 are still functioning today, helping locals combat drought and sustain agriculture. More surprising facts about Peru. Aside from Machu Picchu, Peru holds many other fascinating and unexpected wonders, including a Berlin Wall of its own, a controversial barrier known as the Wall of Shame, which divides the wealthy and poor areas of the capital, Lima. According to the Peruvian government, the wall was built in response to complaints from wealthy residents about high crime rates, with poor neighbors allegedly being the main culprits. Naturally, the construction of this wall sparked significant opposition and public debate. Peru is also home to the world's hottest river, a mystical boiling river deep within the Amazon rainforest. The river is so hot that it can instantly cook small animals that fall into it. Stretching 6.4 kilometers, the river's water temperature ranges from 50 to 90 degrees Celsius, and in some areas it nearly reaches 100 degrees Celsius, the boiling point of water. The water is hot enough to cause third-degree burns within seconds. In fact, the water is so hot that locals often use it to make tea. They also believe that the steam from the river enhances the effectiveness of medicinal leaves from a plant called Carol Rano, found nearby. However, to this day, no one has been able to fully decode the mystery of this river. A scientist who spent over 20 years studying it proposed a theory. He believes that the hot water may be seeping from fractures in the Earth's crust, heating different sections of the river. And finally, let's explore a fascinating island in Peru where weaving skills determine a man's worth. Unlike many other places in the world, the value of men living on Tequila Island in Peru is not measured by their hunting, fishing, or physical labor skills. Instead, they are judged based on a unique skill more commonly associated with women: mastering the art of weaving. Tequila Island is home to about 1,300 residents and is well known for its textile and weaving traditions. Here, women play the role of fabric weavers and supply wool from sheep, while men are responsible for making cholo hats, a symbolic headpiece of the island. These hats are widely used in the mountainous regions, where the indigenous people rely on them to withstand harsh weather conditions. The cholo hat has ear flaps and ties under the chin, often featuring vibrant colors. Each hat reflects the creativity, resilience, and aspirations of the men who make them. Through the chulo, they also express their emotions and personal thoughts. For over 500 years, the men of this island have been required to learn how to make cholo hats, both to affirm their personal value and to preserve their cultural traditions. And that brings us to the end of today's journey to Peru, a country with incredibly unique cultural aspects. Particularly its capital, Lima, is known as the city that never experiences rain. What impresses you most about Peru? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments, and you can also suggest topics for future discussions. For now, it's time to say goodbye.